Hello everybody, this is Steve from Old Boy Moto. G'day everyone and welcome back. Just thought I'd put this little video together just on the sticky lock on the VStrom. If some of you have been watching my videos, you'll know that I've been having trouble with the ignition lock on mine. What happens is you put the key in and you go to turn it and it just won't turn until you rattle it. And all that you're doing really is rattling the little wafers inside the barrel, get them to move, and that way you can switch it on. After a while it just becomes really painful, and after a long while you probably won't be able to turn your ignition on or off. That's when it gets serious. So what I thought I'd do is put this video together today. I'll pull the ignition lock off the bike and pull the barrel out and show you what I'm going to do to it. Yeah, so there was a bit of mucking around here, guys. I don't know whether you can see that, but just there you've got a couple of Torx screws. And what I mean by Torx, I'll show you. Most of you will probably know what it is, but they're your main release for the whole ignition. And what I've had to do is come in from under here. I've got my wrench here and a long extension which goes right up into it, and obviously you've got one on each side. So these are a security Torx, and that's a size 40. So that's your main two screws to get out. And once you've got that housing out, there's two little screws there which will take the cap off and release your barrel that's housed in there, and away you go. So it's a little bit of a juggle getting this spanner in there. Also guys, what I did remove just to give me some more access is I removed these little wire stays for the cables. I'm just about to put that one back on. That just gives me a whole lot more room to work in there. And yeah, they're worth removing, otherwise they're just in your way. Yeah guys, so I got the barrel out. I did try it after cleaning it out, didn't make much difference at all. So what happens is when you put your key in, that's what happens. These little plates flatten out and they allow the barrel to turn in the housing. Now what's happened here is, I don't know whether you can see that, because of the wear in the plates, in these little wafers they call them, that's the right terminology I'm told, they're not flattening out enough. So what I'm going to do, I should really take it to a locksmith and get new wafers put in, but I'm on a budget. So what I'll do is I'll put this in the vise very carefully, because that's only very light alloy casting. And I'll just put a little bit of a file over these wafers and just take the edges off. It's mostly the bottom one here that's not doing much. So as you can see, when I pull the key out, they pop back up. So the idea is to get the key in. That's a brand new key, by the way. There's no point using a worn key or they'll stick up even more. So that goes in like that, and you can see where your problems are. And I'd say this one down the bottom here and that one would probably be the worst of it. Okay guys, hope that helps, and then I'll reassemble it and hopefully we can turn it. Now what they tell me is after you do this, it won't be as secure. But I'll take the risk. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so here it is in the vise, and all I'm doing is I'm just taking the edges off these little brass plates. I'll just put it very, very lightly. This is a very fine file, and just getting those plates sitting flat along with the barrel. I've marked the barrel a little bit, but that's very superficial. That's light. It's not going to do any damage. That's the main thing. Don't get in there and you know, get too keen and file everything down and leave scars and stuff. Basically, we've just taken the edges off those wafers. So there they are, guys. I've just taken a smidgen off them so they are sitting fairly flat, Now just a tip, if you go to do this, make sure you use a new key. You know, get a new key cut, because what the new key will do is it'll pull those wafers right in as far as they can go. And that way, if you're using a worn key, you'll have to file more off, and you don't want that. You just want to take a smidgen off those wafers, just so it'll clear the stops on inside the housing. So that should work now. We'll give her a go. Okay guys, looks like we've had some success. That's simple, and no problem at all. That just glides on and off now. That's on lock. Well, that's it. That's a job well done. I was getting really sick of rattling that key, and also I think it would have gotten to the stage where I wouldn't have been able to start it or unlock it. So yeah, that's a job well worth doing. See you next time, guys.